What's up, guys? It's Black Scout Survival, and today we're going to be talking about escape and evasion, reducing indicators. And whenever I start talking about this, you're going to understand what I mean by reducing indicators. You know, in an escape and evasion situation, or anytime you're trying to get away from somebody or moving through the wilderness undetected, it's kind of difficult. You're going to obviously leave signs. No matter how hard you try, you're going to leave some signs, some tracks, Spore, and stuff like that. But there are things you can do to reduce your, presence and make it harder for you to be detected. But a lot of it, nature is not going to play in your favor. That's what you need to realize. It's going to be against you all the time. So the main thing you need to realize is that in nature, you notice this, animals notice this, is that movement, you easily pick up on movement. And a moving object is easy to spot. You see something moving, your eye's going to catch it. Everything else is in place. So like we talked about in the urban survival videos, it's out of the baseline. So something moving in a state of environment that nothing else is moving, you're out of the baseline. So, when moving, you want to move from one concealed position to the next concealed position, and already have your position in mind that you're going to next. So if it's one tree to the next tree, you go ahead and have that picked out to where you're going. You're going to want to utilize things, you're going to want to move slow, move very slow. Moving slow will reduce noise, and we'll talk about some other noise reduction techniques, but it's going to reduce noise. You're going to be careful checking out your environment and also being observant of what's going on around you. And moving slow is obviously, moving fast in the winter is going to be very easily seen, but moving slow, you can stop pretty quickly in case you do see something. And in the military, they teach stop, look, listen, and smell. And stop is you're going to stop at your point of concealment. Look, you're going to look around for signs of human or animal activity. And you say, why animal activity? Well, in the book Art of War by Sun Tzu, he talks about, looking across the hillside and seeing if there's bird movement or whatnot, because, animals typically don't want to be around humans. They're afraid of us, so they'll run away. And the animals could give away your position. So look for human or animal activity. Then you're going to listen for people talking, animals. You're going to listen for weapons, gunfire, vehicles. And then you're going to smell, and you're going to, use your smell for fires. Someone's out here in the wilderness, you're smelling for fires. You're smelling for vehicles, gas, burning, stuff like that. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about telegraphing. I see a lot of people, when they're moving through the wilderness, they'll grab a hold of things whenever they're walking through, and that causes telegraphing. It causes movement at the top of the tree that can be seen, above the tree line. I'll kind of demonstrate here. But let's say somebody's walking and they grab this tree, and you see that movement there. That can be seen. I'm eye level, but that can be seen from a distance. Someone looking and scanning the horizon or top of the foliage, that can be seen. It can also disturb animals that may be around the area and give away your presence or position. All right, guys, so another good technique is carrying a stick like this, because whenever you move through an area, you're going to leave some kind of sign that you've been through there. So whenever you move through there, you'll kind of, push the vegetation. Like if you've messed it up or stomped it down, like if you come through here and march through here, you can kind of push that vegetation back up. You can see that is now down on the ground. Kind of push that back to its natural shape or whatnot. Just to kind of keep it from being matted down on the ground, you push everything back up and put it back in its place. And you may even want to, put pine straw, mess up where your prints were. Okay, guys, so this time we're going to be talking about leaving Spore behind. Whenever you're moving through the wilderness, you don't want to disturb anything above knee level, because if you look here at this tree, there's branches broken and stuff like that up here. This was obviously caused by a human. You know, animals are, the reason why you don't want to go up anything above knee high is because animals could have done anything up to knee high. You may have some deer, you know, like in my area, that may do something, you know, maybe waist high, but you'll be able to tell, you know, rubs and stuff like that. But this is obviously was done by a human, so you don't want to leave those kind of indicators behind. Okay guys, another technique to reduce your noise presence in the wilderness is to use something like triangle dressings or military cravats, like these right here, and just tie and cover your boots up. That way it muffles the noise of twigs and leaves and stuff like that crunching, and you know, I have a microphone on so you really can't tell, but you can barely even hear it. You know, if I had the mic down here, you'll be able to tell. But you know, you move slow and have your feet covered up. This is doing two things for you. It's not only reducing the noise, it's also minimizing your track. So if you do leave a track sign, it's going to look aged to a tracker. Okay guys, so we went over a few techniques of how to reduce your indicators, movement indicators in an escape and evasion situation. A few more things. One, you want to move when the weather environment's working in your favor, and that's times of foul weather, you know, wind, rain. Rain will wash out tracks, you know, age them. Wind can blow them and age them as well. Periods of low light or reduced enemy activity. So, you know, not a lot of, you don't want to move around with a lot of bad guys that's looking for you, you know what I mean? You need to, you know, kind of be quiet and stay put or whatever. Don't go moving through enemy infested territory. And also low light, obviously. The only problem is that you need to remember that if they have thermal, you know, they're going to be able to see you or whatnot. So the other thing is that you need to remember in escape and evasion, the end game is not to escape and evade to somewhere that you go and, you know, hunker down and hide. Escape and evasion is trying to get to another place that you can find another means of transportation, whether it's bicycle, motorcycle, vehicle, train, whatever, to get you in, as far away from the people hunting for you or the bad guys, you know, get you, break as much distance between you and them as possible. But check out blackscoutssurvival.com for more tips and tutorials. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.